equilibrium. I had never gotten tipsy from half a glass of champagne before, but the charged atmosphere between us must have left me giddy as he took me hiking along the Corita Trail. When the pine cones lying on the dark, rain-soaked ground blurred, I leaned my head against his shoulder and shut my eyes. I caught a hint of bitterness hiding on my palate that I had never associated with Dom Perignon. The fresh scent of pine struggled to revitalize me. The marsh wrens called out in a rapid series of buzzy trills. The wind hissed warnings between tree leaves and needles while simultaneously slapping my cheeks with goodbye kisses. It's fascinating how when one sense becomes deprived, all others come alive. But then love is truly blind. He had a unique charm that drew people to him, but he singled me out with his pretty words and grand gestures. He made me feel different from everyone else, like I was exceptional. Yet there were moments when I sensed his emotions were tightly reined in, as if he were holding something back. A doe grazed along the woodland edge closest to me, close enough that I noticed her head snap up to stare at my sweetheart, wisely pinpointing him as a threat before she ran away with astonishing speed and agility. Her quick movements made me nauseous, and I increasingly had to rely on him to steady myself as I stumbled over my feet. The path stretched unbroken, and it became more uneven as we went along. Sometimes he'd have to lift me over knotted tree roots. The trees created canopies that let no light filter through, nothing to shine a light on amorous moments or any maniacal ones. The ground grew softer and gave way to swamp with tall reeds and cattails. The stillness of the air sucked the sound of my footfalls into the soil. My nostrils filled with the smell of stagnant water, and I heard frogs croaking their cautions. He led me into a dance while my heart played our love song, and we swayed to the rhythm of it until he didn't want to hear it beat anymore. Our feet writhed together on the wetland floor. My breaths came out in ragged, shallow gasps, and my screams echoed throughout the empty forest for no one to hear until it became saturated by a heavy silence. He twirled me under the stars with my arms and legs at awkward angles, and I stared blankly up at a sky I couldn't see. He discarded me in the murky water that hid everything from view. Time dissolved with bursts of air bubbles that broke the surface of my liquid tomb. But nature comforted me by hugging me with open arms into her black soil, and I merged with the elements, becoming part of the thick maze of the forest. I was at peace and one with the wet, cool earth, until I wasn't. His unnatural presence made the ground tremble with ire. He blended into the world like a cold-blooded chameleon, but he was an animal, a specific breed of cunning, a bloodthirsty predator. Black flies and mosquitoes herded him while arms of pine trees pushed him back towards me and the others whom he had discarded. He was close enough that we could lead him into a final dance. I could reach my bony arm from the murky water, grasp one of his black boots, and pull him under with preternatural strength. The fear that he had become prey paralyzed his thoughts. I held him tightly in my decaying arms so he could suffocate in my embrace. His lungs filled with briny, cool water, and his ribs snapped like twigs in a beautiful symphony of destruction. Then I let him go, and Mother Nature discarded him so his abandoned shell could be picked apart by predators greater than he.